the clouds are coming in today. It's actually sunny, but at times the clouds covering the sunlight. And I guess with that in mind, we are in a state of emergency, they say. Provincial state of emergency declared. It's because of all the wildfires and stuff like that. This is never ending, huh? First virus-related stuff and now this. It says, we have declared a provincial state of emergency in response to the increasingly severe wildfire situation in BC. It's all hands on deck to support communities and we'll continue using all available resources to protect people. I know, again, people have mentioned this is usually reserved for things like war and stuff like that. It makes me wonder if it's being used a little too, I guess, casually, or is it necessary in these cases? I would imagine it'd be more for certain areas though, isn't it? As opposed to like the whole province. But they did say there may be more, I guess, smoke and smog coming in the next few days. They did say it was actually supposed to rain as well. Because when I thought of state of emergency and war, how's about this? Like an actual real war potentially. There's that issue with Taiwan where China's trying to take over it. And to my knowledge, places like the US and Japan said they will go in and help. And China, according to this, is actually threatening to nuke Japan if they actually, I guess, get in the way, according to them. It says here, CCP vows to nuke Japan if Japan defends Taiwan. As Japan is the only country that's been nuked, so nuking Japan will get twice the result with half the effort. Is this supposed to be like mental warfare? Because Japan actually had an atomic bomb dropped on them based on history and all that, so this is a way to scare them. You guys remember what happened in the past? And this video, which they claim actually has been circling around China, I guess to justify a potential war or using nuclear weapons and stuff like that. In some ways, I guess the rough translation would be it's revenge time, so to speak, if they actually get in the way, because years they've been killing them, this and that, so now it's time to, quote, I guess, return the favor. That's what it seems like in terms of like the propaganda. It tries to be patriotic. Man, that's crazy if this actually happens. I can't imagine. It's the stuff you read in the history books, you assume it's all done, but I guess in terms of, I guess, war and stuff, it's never truly over, huh? And then this one was kind of interesting. It dealt with the police using a drone to monitor a situation. I guess there was a report where somebody had, I don't know, a gun or something like that, and they were shooting. And so the police actually brought the drone in. And you can see basically the guy's going in and out of his residence with a gun in his hand. Apparently, in the end, it was a BB gun. That's what they found out. And he did kind of look drunk or not all there when you look at the video. But I guess with that said, the police actually shot the person and they captured, I guess, the whole incident with the drone. And so the debate there is, was it justified? Because it says here at 8:01 p.m., County Communications received a 911 call in which the caller reported that his neighbor on Smith Street was extremely drunk and had pointed a black handgun at him about 5 minutes before his call. When the 911 operator asked the caller what his neighbor was doing with the gun, he said he pointed it at us and he's really drunk right now. He also said, I need an officer over here, ASAP. And the interesting thing is, he apparently told them it might be something like a BB gun, but he doesn't really know. And it says, at about 8:36 p.m., Mr. Martinez partially exited the side of his door residence. Salana's officers issued commands in Spanish for him to come out with his hands up. He exited and entered the side door of the home several times while they issued commands. And ultimately, they say that he pointed his gun at the officers, and because of that, they shot him and hit him in the torso, and he died shortly. And with the drone footage, I guess you can actually see the whole incident. So it makes you think there, were the police in the right or not? I guess for me, one of the interesting things about this story is the fact that they were using the drone just to monitor the situation. And it's kind of interesting how, as well, even though they had the video footage, I would imagine a live feed and stuff, they couldn't tell whether or not it was a real gun. It makes me wonder, when people have guns, is there some kind of marker or something like that, for example, for you to say, hey, it's real or it's fake? Or at the same time, should a regular, I guess, individual be allowed to do this as well? If there's like something they're not sure of, hey, something's going on, should they be able to fly their drones up to, I guess you could say, monitor the situation in that case? Let's just say there's no police or anything around. Or on the extreme end, what if someone's documenting the situation because, let's just say, I don't know, there's a crooked cop or something like that. I mean, I read stories like that before where they shot people and so forth, and then they fake, I guess, distress calls. So should a regular individual be able to capture stuff like this with their drone? Because realistically, if you think about it, if the guy was in their house, they could take their smartphone or something like that and film the whole thing, assuming they have a good angle and all that. So should they be able to use the drone as well, or no? It brings up that point again when it comes to tech and so forth, restricting it. You can't just say, oh, get rid of this or whatever because I don't like it right now. Whereas when it's a situation where it could help you, now you say, okay, allow it. So there has to be some kind of, obviously, a standard of sort that's reasonable. This one's that baby now. Alright, see you guys later.